Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we are back with another video and we're going to be talking about all things Black Friday. I'm going to make this probably a few part series because I'll talk about some investments you can make today, but I'll talk to you guys about some new information we're getting today. We are getting that there will be a new promotion out during Black Friday called Signature Signings. It's basically big signings for club that kind of changed their team. These are players that are going to be in. These stats aren't official. I was shown a Ben Yedder that's going to be an 87 coming out, so I know he's in the team. Kind of when you're in the community a while, sometimes people are really nice and they say, here's some information I have, I'll share it with you, and they don't expect anything in return, and sometimes I get that stuff. So they did tell me Ben Yedder will be in, KDB is going to be in, Skriniar is going to be in. We have some big SBCs coming over the weekend and as well, and the same person who's kind of told me stuff that is coming this year said that best of team of the week will be returning. I do 100% trust him, and I'll let you guys know to expect that to return, but we're going to get these new signature signing cards, and these are three of the big names, and for me personally, I am hoping that players have their signatures on the card. I think that will be incredible to see. I think it would really increase the hype and their value on them. I think that'd be the coolest card we've had in any FIFA. That is what I am hoping to see. Before I keep going, if you guys like today's video, just make sure you like the video. It really helps our channel grow. I know I say that a lot, but it's the truth. You guys are what pushes us to create more content and be more active on here. That does mean a lot. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. I promise you'll make a lot more coins here than if you're not here.
Well, duh.
Okay, so I wanted to start out by kind of showing you guys what to expect during Black Friday, what we saw last year, and some things that we can go over this year. First things first, what you're seeing is a list of SBCs and content we did get on Black Friday here, and the main thing we're going to be talking about today is going to be the Flash SBCs. Flash SBCs are SBCs that release for only 1 to 2 hours at a time. I think over the years they have changed that. It used to be 1 hour at a time, but I think last year they did 2 hours at a time, so there was tons of them, right? It says 10 here, Flash SBC 9, 8, etc. So there's just tons of them. It is a way that you can profit pretty well on a low budget because the requirements are super random. This one says leagues max 3, same club count minimum 3. So for this one, players use one club a lot and that often lifted prices quite a bit. This one, you need minimum 6 gold players. Nationalities max 4, so a lot of them did similar nationalities for that, so it would lift them there. But there's tons of them. The requirements are random. Sometimes you need rares, sometimes you need silvers, bronzes, etc. It's a way to give you some packs, and it's a way to make some coins too. Here's another interesting one. Squad rating minimum 80, team chemistry 95, so you know it's very high chemistry. League count max 3. So what that means is it's going to be pretty much one league, and same nation count minimum 5. So this would be like English players in the Premier League, Italian players in Serie A, French players in League 1. Those would kind of make that, and it's a really select criteria when EA is doing stuff like that. So it inflates a lot of rares and non-rares. And I'm going to give you some options to look at today that could double your coins. I'm not going to give you guys a huge full list or anything, but I'll talk about some and you can go from there with the logic, okay?
Okay.
So I'm on Footbin. There's a few different ways to go about it, and you can check rares and non-rares, but I'm going to kind of show you a few things to look for. I'm going to go to gold non-rares, and we're going to look at the top nations. So popular nations are really important because they're pretty much the most likely to feature in an SBC. So we got Brazil, Spain, England, France, Italy, Argentina, Germany, Netherlands, Portugal, Belgium.
Venezuela.
And a lot of those are cards that will go up. I think that a lot of times it's easiest to make like different teams with Argentina and Brazil. Let me kind of show you why here. So you're seeing like Argentinians in the Super League, Calcio B, Liga MX, Primera Division, so MLS. So even in a small amount of time, you're seeing Argentinians in a bunch of different leagues, right? When you have one of those requirements that says use 5 different leagues or 3 different leagues, Argentina and Brazil are oftentimes go-tos for that. Argentinians can do pretty good. A couple positions I like more than others is I tend to like center backs a lot. This is just kind of due to logic and the fact that most of the time, well, really every time you need an SBC, you need center backs, right? It's just a matter if you need 2 of them or 3 of them. So if they require 3 center backs in a formation, it's going to lift them more, but even 2 will do the trick. Because 2 are needed in every formation, they end up doing pretty good. For example here, if you're finding any of these like Argentinian center backs that are in the Serie A around 500 coins, maybe 550 coins in the next few days, I think it's a good investment, and they're going to go up and down throughout the week, and they're going to go up and down throughout Black Friday, but just know if you see them around 500 to 550, they got a good shot of going to 900 plus coins at some point. What you're looking for is a high chemistry SBC that needs multiple leagues in that example. cool. The other thing to kind of make note of is just kind of some scarcity. What I mean by that is if you go to like strikers and you're looking at Argentinian strikers and there's tons of them, maybe there's 20. In this example, there's not too many, but maybe there's 20 strikers, and you might say, you know what, the options are too broad. I don't think that they're going to rise a lot. And that does happen. Instead, try to find a position with a popular nation that just doesn't have that many options. So left mid here is a nice one because there's really only 3 options, okay, and they're all in different leagues. Again, if you're picking up any of these 3 options for around 500 coins, there's a really high likelihood that they go to above 900 coins at some point during Black Friday. You can invest in this a few different ways, but kind of like fodder, I always talk about the best way to invest in fodder is one of 2 things. You can do a club stock, which means you grab one of each of these cards and put them in your club. When you see an SBC that does fit the requirements, you take them out of your club and sell. That's a super nice way to do it for any budget, and that's because you don't take up any transfer list space, right? Whereas if someone's on 20 million coins or 10 million coins, it would be kind of dumb to have 100 gold non-rares on your list. Instead, put them in your club, because no matter what your budget is, you can make 50 to 100 to 200k plus on Black Friday club stocking the right cards. So I highly recommend doing that. Another way of doing it is going unassigned on these kind of non-rare type cards, and I'm not really recommending that. It depends on your situation, but my latest video talks about how to go unassigned a few different ways if you haven't checked that out. If you like the idea and you think there's some really good prospects and you don't have a huge budget, maybe you have 50k or 100k and you want to buy a ton of these cards, it's not the worst idea. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's not the worst idea to do, because you might put in 100k, you might come out with 200k, and you might say, wow, I'm glad I listened to Jake. I'm glad I prepped for these flash SBCs. The website I was using here is FIFAUteam.com. So you can look at past requirements for ideas. They will change them pretty much on a yearly basis. So don't say these came last year, I know they'll come this year, but they're so random. Sometimes literally some of them say like, this is one of the weirder ones, exact overall of 77's 4, exact overall of 75's 5. So if you hit the right card or one that hits a solution, they can quadruple or even go higher in praise. You'll probably see a lot of gold non-rares during these times, or silvers, going to like 3 to 5k, no problem. The other thing I will note about this, because it's happened a few times, which is really unfortunate this year, is I wouldn't sell any gold non-rare above the 7k mark. It seems to kind of warrant or trigger a ban from EA, which is super unfair. I don't want you guys to have to worry about getting banned, so try to sell them at like anywhere from like 2 to 4k as a max. I wouldn't go much higher than that for your own account safety. Super dumb that we have to even be concerned about that, but I'd rather have you guys be safe than sorry. Some of you guys have been requesting shorter videos, so I'm going to leave it at this today. I'm going to let you guys do the work and sort through the popular nations and figure out where there's some profit to be had. But just know you're looking at strong nations that are either in a good league or an off league. So it pretty much makes anything, but sometimes the strong chemistry will do really well. So like English center backs, right, that are in the Premier League, sometimes those are really needed. Other times when you need a different number of leagues, cards like Jack O'Connell or Goldson could do better. That's just some perspective for you guys, but a lot of them have opportunities to rise really well here on a low budget, so I want you guys to take advantage of it. If today's video helped you guys out, all that I ask is that you drop the like, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. I'm going to post the unassigned glitch at the end in case you're thinking about going unassigned on these things. I would do it by Thursday in case they start the promotion a little bit early, but those are my ideas for you guys on a low budget, and hopefully you can double your coins. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.